Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's Good Morning
Bay.
मॉर्निंग बे आप सभी लोगों को हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते नमस्कारा वनकम खुशामदी अस्सलाम वालेकुम सत श्री अकाल मी कंदरकी वंदनमो जय स्वामी नारायण जय श्री कृष्ण जय जिनेंद्र एंड ऑफ कोर्स हमारे सारे इस्माइली भाई बंधु बोलेंगे या अली मदद एंड मौला अली मदद बदजन हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा मैं से फालतू बाबा
एंड ऑफ कोर्स माय सेल्फ फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और ड्राइव टाइम दैट्स गोना मेक इट टोटली एक्साइटिंग एंड टोटली मस्तानी बन जा रहे हैं
दैट्स बदजन हमारे यहां पे तो कह रहा फालतू रानी इट्स फ्राइडे ऑलरेडी आई नो यू गोना सिंग द फ्राइडे सॉन्ग राइट
यस
गो अहेड आई डोंट वांट टू स्टॉप
It's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's your day, it's my day, it's Friday.
And of course, Banjan, even now CDC is becoming very intimate right now. They're actually asking us to reduce 6 feet to 3 feet nowadays.
Yeah.
Do you call the news?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that. The news thing.
That's only for children in school.
Whatever, they're getting pretty intimate right now.
Yeah.
What the government has got no bills in the bedrooms. No, just kidding. Yeah, just kidding, Banjan. And right now, Banjan, I will tell you, aaj hai 365 days of us going into a cold creativity initiative, Banjan, where we started off launching things where we wanted to keep our bandhus socially connected in spite of having physical distancing. So, today marks the 365th day, Banjan, Falrani. It's like 1 year completed, aaj.
Right. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Can you imagine? Of course, as of March 16th, we completed 1 year of sheltering in place in Santa Clara County. This is all specific to our county, not because some other places probably you would have had different dates.
Right.
Right. But Santa Clara County is what we're keeping track of right now. And wow, can't imagine, Father, 12 months have passed. I really want to actually do a take with our bandhus as to how it has been.
Yeah.
But probably on Saturday, listen to our show because we have our bandhus chiming in on Saturday on Geet Gata Chal. Which actually has transformed to Bay Area Buck Buck.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that, Banjan, because that's a conversation we have to have. Because what's happening is this 1 year of sheltering place has somehow impacted our lives in multiple ways.
Right.
It is not just that you stayed home, it was like an extended vacation. No, it was not. It was worse. It was like, nobody... Now people need to get a vacation because it's like, the so much of workload.
Yeah.
You kind of realize how much you work. And I don't know, Banjan, Faltani, I've been seeing her on meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. It's like, she opens up a computer, she's in a meeting. She's in the meeting, she's in the meeting. But I don't know when the work gets done. They realize I'm not at the meeting. So there you go. I get the work done. That's a different issue. Right, Faltani?
Yeah, that's right.
Faltani goes, what did you look, Faltani, with our glasses and all?
That's because I want to look official.
Official and
no, my eyes are hurting. So.
Eyes are hurting. Anyways, that's what happens if you're in so many meetings back to back. That's what happens, and that's what
true.
we want to talk about. All those things because there are physical ramifications, and let's not ignore this psychological ramification as well of this COVID. So we want to talk about those things. So tomorrow, definitely make sure you tune into our shows. We have the Bay Area Buck Buck at 5 o'clock. 5 to 7, you'll have this wonderful session. We talk to our bandhus and also we actually listen and we sing and we do a lot of stuff. It's a lot of fun actually. Tuning करना ना भूलिएगा कल है 5 बजे को. लेकिन आज 5 बजे को पैम शो डेफिनेटली रहेगा. तो वो तो लाजिम है भाई, डेफिनेटली आएगा. लेकिन अभी के लिए बन जाना क्विक लुक एट व्हाट्स हैपनिंग विद द रोड्स. रास्ते का हाल आपको देंगे हम लोग टोटल सस्ते में.
It's time for the Bandhu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
I don't know about the weekdays, but weekends, Faltani, traffic is like kind of... COVID has not actually changed at all. People are still getting stuck in traffic on weekends. Especially Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
On weekends? Oh.
Because... Even now, Faltani, the bridge is so backed up right now. I'm talking about the 80 bridge, Banjan. We're coming from Berkeley onwards, Banjan. Severe traffic alert has been announced because of an accident on 80 eastbound exiting at the University Avenue, Berkeley. So watch out for that. That actually is one more thing on the same. If you go up on 80 eastbound towards Carlson Boulevard, one more accident there which is slowed down traffic coming south. But of course, ये जो congestion है 80 bridge पे is really severe. The whole bridge seems to be backed up and backlogged all the way. Well, San Francisco तो आपको मालूम है he always is backed up because of the traffic, how congested the city is. Let's come back towards East Bay. 880 southbound, south of Marina Boulevard in San Leandro. The center lanes are affected because of an accident, but that's about it. I don't see much of traffic on the road. As of now, at least, San Jose is looking open. Milpitas is looking open. A little bit of congestion happening on the, I think this is the Mission Boulevard. Correct. On that side, there was a little bit of congestion there, but it's not an accident and just moving, nevertheless. So that's the update for what's happening on the roads, Banjan. Let's see what's happening. The weather, well, weather outside looks kind of grayish, right? It'll turn to blue probably because we're going to have some sunny skies soon. But temperatures are going to be pretty much in the range of 50, upper 50s and lower mid 50s. So it'll be kind of chilly. So watch out, wear a jacket for sure. Don't dress like Faltu Rani. No, I said.
What do you mean don't dress like Faltu Rani? Iska matlab kya hai?
Matlab, you actually dress for summer in winter, right? No? And winter and summer.
Acha.
Okay.
Okay, Alta Baba, keep saying. Good morning, Meenakshi ji. Good morning to all our bandhus joining us on Facebook, everywhere in the world.
Both true, Faltu Rani.
Right.
But right now, let me tell you, wear a jacket if you want. If you can, I would request you to wear something warm if possible because weather also is transitioning. So you got to be doubly careful about that. If you haven't got the vaccine, you're thinking about getting it done, get your appointment first because there seems to be some kind of backlog on that. Uske baare mein hum aur जानकारी देंगे Poonajan in our news update. But Faltu Rani, are we ready with the news for our bandhus today?
The headlines?
Yes, the headlines for the US and what's happening locally. And Poonajan, here you go. This is the news headlines for you guys.
The mental cost of virtual schooling. There is a Reuters exclusive with regard to that. We will share shortly, Banajam. The United States backs distance of 3 feet between students, which may help schools open. After Georgia shootings, Biden urges fast action on COVID-19 hate crimes bill. U.S. charges Proud Boys with conspiring to impede Congress on January 6th. Minneapolis judge rejects the request to move the trial of ex-policemen in the George Floyd death. California legislature okays expansion of paid sick leave. COVID-19 vaccine supplies continue to be hit or miss in the Bay Area. From the Radio Dihari studios right here in the Silicon Valley, Bandijan, these were the news headlines with regard to what's happening in the United States and here locally in the Bay Area. More on all of this coming up shortly.
They will come up shortly, but abhi ke liye we're going to go into a Gaane Ka Keeda, which is lined up for you guys. Suniega, this is a song which I picked for you guys from the movie. You know which movie, Falguni?
Which movie, Alta Baba?
Guess.
Tumhari Sulu.
Oh my God! How do you know that, Madhuri? You're so good. It is from the Tumhari Sulu. She saw the screen, but that's why she did it. And you took a screen right here. Right here. Yeah, exactly.
रुकी रुकू मैं ना क्योंकि उंगली पकड़ ली सपनों की आए है खुशियों के पंछी खुली जो खिड़की आँखियों की दिल तो बलून है जुनून से भरा है जो मेरी धड़कनों की स्वीट ट्यून से भरा है जो दिल तो बलून है जुनून से भरा है जो मेरी धड़कनों की स्वीट ट्यून से भरा है जो मैं रहूं क्यों शायद मनवा पंख फैला के likes to fly दुनिया पुल 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 कर keeps on trying मनवा पंख फैला के likes to fly दुनिया पुल 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 करे.
And of course, that's a beautiful song from the movie Tumhari Sulu. Wondering why I like the song a lot? Because the voice is fresh. Shalmari Kholgade's voice, Faltu, do you recognize his voice?
Yes, of course. But
And,
who's the music director, Alta Baba?
Very interesting question, Faltu, because exactly what I was looking up.
Oh!
I think it's Tanish Bagchi. I might be wrong. Well, it's okay. I'm okay if it's wrong. I think
You
it's
could be
Tanish-
wrong. You could be wrong.
Oh, wow. Look at the confidence of me being wrong, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, it
Faltu,
doesn't matter, Bandijan. The whole thing is it's Shalmani Kholgade. And who is the lyricist, Alta Baba?
Faltu, I was 100% right.
Vayu is the lyricist.
Wow, you listen to Tanish Bagchi.
Yeah.
See, the belief you have that I'm wrong is wrong in the first place.
I said you could be.
I asked you, could be wrong? You said, yes, you are wrong, you told me.
I said you could be wrong. I
That's
didn't say
fine.
you-
Morning. I get this every day, morning, Bandijan. I can't help it. Anyway, it's thanks to you guys, I'm able to pull through the whole day. But तो Faltani like totally.
मतलब क्या है तेरा? What do you mean?
You're like the SARS for me, Faltani.
Oh, yeah, I know the breadth, right, of the Bay Area.
Is that how you thought, Faltani?
Yeah.
That's very good, Faltani.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, but right now it's time for us to go into the news in detail of what's happening in the US and locally, Bandujan. We'll share something about what's happening with the COVID situation as well. But first of all, Faltani, what's happening with the schools? They're opening up already or no?
Well, as public school closures stretched into a full year, Bandujan, students across the United States many times encountered short-term and lasting mental health harm. Teachers were affected too, Reuters found in a national survey of school districts. A few years after San Francisco School District moved to remote learning last year, in hopes of halting the spread of the coronavirus, Kate Sullivan Morgan noted that her son was barely eating, her 11-year-old son. He would spend days in bed staring at the ceiling. The mother formed a pod with 3 other families so that students could log on to their online classes together. That helped, but her eldest remained withdrawn and showed little interest in his hobbies such as piano playing and drawing. Then her younger son also started to spiral down. He would scream and cry multiple hours per hour on Zoom. Multiple times. It was also very scary and not in keeping with his personality. In December, schools in San Francisco still closed. The family packed up and moved more than 1,700 miles to Austin, Texas, so they could attend school in person. Well, guess what happened? Kids are resilient, but there is a breaking point, and things turned around for the kids. So clearly, there is, there is some connection between distance learning and children's mental health. And Reuters surveyed school districts nationwide in February to assess mental health impacts of full or partial school shutdowns. The districts, large and small, rural and urban, serve more than 2.2 million students across the United States. And of the 74 districts that responded, 74% of them reported multiple indicators of increased mental health issues and stressors among students. More than half reported rises in mental health referrals and counseling.
Wow. You know what, Faltani, I just don't know. I don't mean to say anything over here, but the thing is, I think the study also can prove a different point.
What? What, Altibaba?
Parents are bad role models.
Oh, be quiet. I don't think so. I think it's also the fact that children don't have a support system outside of the immediate family, and home is always a place where they decompress, right?
Yeah, cool. And it's true, and I also agree with you on that. And socializing, and the point of us having individualistic culture is not working out for our children is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
They seek out conformity, or rather they seek out companionship outside in schools, as opposed to functioning with just a home.
Yeah, it's not
because
just
isolated living, right? Isolated living.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Bandujan, if you want to read up on that story, we'll share that on MediaMahima.com. But the other news that's coming out with regard to schools is that the US government on Friday updated its COVID-19 mitigation guidance to narrow the acceptable distance between students who are wearing masks to at least 3 feet from 6 feet, potentially easing the path for schools that have struggled to reopen under previous recommendations.
That's a good thing, but I really want to ask you this, Faltani. I'm waiting for the particular expose you're going to do on schools, or rather, I wouldn't say expose, but special on the schools and how they're actually handling this. In spite of these guidelines, are they opening? Are they is it enough?
In the Bay Area, several school districts have opened, and I think Governor Gavin Newsom's huge impetus to schools to take advantage of the $2 billion that he's giving to schools that open by April 1 is being taken advantage of by many schools. Some kudos goes to some of the school districts like the Livermore School District, like the Dublin Unified School District. Some of these school districts who have opened up for in-person learning for elementary students. I mean, even as early as the start of this week. But then there are some school districts who are still trying to figure this out and who are looking at opening possibly by April 1. And then there are some school districts which are completely not opening at all.
And of course, Bandujan, what we we would try to do is I was hoping Falzani can actually bring this information for you guys because she works closely with this education system, Anajan, as to what a family listening to us right now, and your kids, you're not able to get your school to open up. What could you do as a family member? What could you do as a citizen? Or as when I say citizens, as a part of the community, a member of the community, what can you do? That's
Right.
exactly what we need to share with you guys. It probably we will someday, right, Falzani?
Yes, absolutely. Continuing on with regard to the new recommendation that's coming out from the CDC, Banajan, this is a boost to the Biden administration's goal of reopening in-person learning for millions of public school students without sparking outbreaks of the virus. Many schools continue to teach students remotely more than a year after the novel coronavirus prompted widespread closures across the United States. This new guidance applies to students from kindergarten through high school and in areas with low, moderate, and substantial community transmission of COVID-19. Middle and high school students in communities with high levels of COVID-19 should still stay 6 feet apart unless their school day contact can be limited to a single small group of students and staff. After the Georgia shootings, Bandhujan, there is a small change on the path of what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are doing. They're going across the United States, right, with regard to promoting the COVID-19, that the bill, that the Rescue Act. But right now, what President Joe Biden is doing is that he's calling on U.S. lawmakers to quickly pass a COVID-19 hate crimes bill, saying while the motive was still unknown in this week's shooting in Georgia, the nation faced an ongoing crisis of gender-based and anti-Asian violence. It's time for Congress to codify and expand upon these actions because every person in our nation, and make a note of this, Banjan, every person in our nation deserves to live their lives with safety, dignity, and respect. He said in a statement released as the president headed to Atlanta to meet with Asian American leaders. The United States charges Proud Boys with conspiring to impede Congress on January 6th. A federal grand jury has charged 4 members of the far-right Proud Boys group with conspiring to block Congress from certifying President Joe Biden's election victory, according to a new superseding indictment unsealed on Friday. The indictment alleges that Ethan Nordian of Washington, Joseph Biggs of Florida, Zachary Rail of Pennsylvania, and Charles Donahoe of North Carolina conspired to encourage members of the group to attend the Stop the Steal protest in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. And speaking of hate crimes, Bandhujan, the judge in the murder trial of Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer charged in the death of George Floyd on Friday, denied Chauvin's request to move his trial to a different county, saying publicity on the case had already spread far and wide. Chauvin's lead lawyer, Eric Nelson, has complained to the court that publicity around the trial has tainted the jury pool in and around Minneapolis, citing in particular the city's announcement last week that it would pay Floyd's relatives $27 million to settle their wrongful death lawsuit. Hennepin County District Judge Peter Cahill ruled against Chauvin, saying that delaying or moving the trial would make it no easier to seat an impartial jury in one of the most scrutinized cases in the history of U.S. policing and in the history of crimes against African Americans.
So can they actually get a jury from other parts of the U.S.?
They
No.
should probably get it from the local area.
Preferably
so
because it's a jury by the peers, right? So
yeah, and also it has taken so long to seat the jury because it is
Well-
being so strictly scrutinized, right?
Well,
So,
no, I cannot understand where the judge is coming from. Because if people say, "Oh, they already got paid for it," what's the point of that's what they say.
right.
But I don't know. It's fine. We just have to voice our thoughts because that's what we get to do, right? We get freedom of speech, so at least we talk about it. So
Yeah.
what happens later on is up to them because the people empower the people who actually do this, right, Valthani? Continue. What else do we have?
Well, the California legislature yesterday voted to expand paid sick leave for up to about 10.4 million workers, sending a bill to Governor Gavin Newsom that mandates up to 2 weeks of paid time off for things like having coronavirus symptoms, scheduling a COVID-19 vaccine, or even caring for a child who is doing school at home. The bill, if it is signed into law, applies to companies with at least 25 employees. The rules would expire on September 30th, but are retroactive to January 1. Some companies would have to pay their workers for time off that they've already taken.
So retroactive as in January 2021 or 2020?
2021.
2021 only, this year, not last year.
Yeah, so, yeah. But many companies can get that money back from the federal government. Companies can get payroll tax credit of up to $501 per day for each employee that takes the paid sick leave. The tax credit is enough to cover workers who make $60 or less an hour, according to Democratic State Senator Nancy Skinner, the bill's primary author. And also, Banajan, with regard to vaccine updates, we know many of you are struggling to get the vaccine, even the ones that are eligible and in priority 1A and 1B, as Bay Area counties struggle to vaccinate as many people as possible, especially those most at risk. COVID-19 vaccine supplies continue to be hit or miss. While one big provider announced that it has plenty of doses for now, others are coming up short. At one of the many vaccination clinics popping up across the region, there was a sign Thursday that read, "No vaccines, we ran out." So it happened at Fairfield's Dunnell Natural Park Education Center, where they put the sign up. NBC Bay Area is doing an investigative report as to which are the different locations that are actually having this issue going on. Meanwhile, Santa Clara County Health System says that it hasn't received enough doses to resume widespread vaccinations of first doses there. So, and also Sutter Health, which had to cancel tens of thousands of first and second dose vaccinations, now says it's been able to reschedule almost all of the appointments due to the supplies. So
very good. And of course, Matlab, there is happening, and don't worry about that. Vaccinations are going on, and we are almost. I think around 14 million doses already have been administered in California alone, and many more to come. They actually have around 8 million coming across. It's been going to be delivered soon. And of course, don't forget that JJ already has issued a few, or rather delivered a few into the communities.
Right.
So there are things you can, but just get your appointment first. Find an appointment and just show your arm. Or show up with your arm.
Oh God, with your arm, what? I say you'll detach your arm and take whatever.
Whatever, man. You got to show up over there for sure.
Yeah, I want to say good morning, actually good evening to all our bandhus who are listening to us in India and in Pakistan, the Liaquat One Radio Listeners Club. Thank you so much for tuning in and for giving us a shout out every single show that we're on. Truly appreciate it.
And of course, right now, because of the time, we're gonna go directly into our world news. Faltoni, we can skip the headlines and really jump into the world news for our bandhus. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. The Taliban on Friday pushed back against major regional players at a conference in Moscow who said Afghanistan should not return to being an Islamic emirate. And it warned the United States against keeping troops in Afghanistan beyond their agreed upon withdrawal date. At a summit in Moscow on Thursday, 6 weeks ahead of a deadline set last year for withdrawal of the U.S. troops, the United States, Russia, China and Pakistan called on the warring Afghan sides to agree to an immediate ceasefire. In a joint statement, they added that they did not support the restoration of the Islamic Emirate. But Taliban political spokesperson Mohammad Naeem, speaking to media in Moscow, said it was up to the Afghan sides to decide their system of government and it should be an Islamic system. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Friday condemned what he said was a lack of transparency around China's prosecutions of two citizens accused of espionage and said Ottawa's top priority was their release. Their arbitrary detention is completely unacceptable, as is the lack of transparency around these court proceedings, he told a news conference. The trial of Michael Spower ended on Friday after a closed court hearing of around 2 hours. The case against Michael Kovrig is due to start on Monday, and these are both Canadian citizens. Myanmar security forces killed at least 9 more opponents of Myanmar's military junta on Friday, a funeral service and media said, as Southeast Asian countries urged an end to the violence and Western ambassadors condemned what they call the army's immoral and indefensible actions. Police and soldiers have increasingly used harsh tactics to suppress demonstrations since the military ousted the elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi in a coup on Feb 1, but protesters turned up in crowds again on Friday. The United States and China, they're going head to head, boss. They're clashed in the high-level meeting of diplomats recently. The first high-level US-China meeting of the Biden administration got off to a fiery start on Thursday, with both sides leveling sharp rebukes of each other's policy in a rare public display that underscored the level of bilateral tension. The run-up to the talks in Anchorage, Alaska, which followed a visit by U.S. officials to allies Japan and South Korea, was marked by a flurry of moves in Washington, by Washington, that showed that it was taking a tough stance, and by blunt talk from Beijing. We will discuss our deep concerns with actions by China, including in Xinjiang, Hong Kong, Taiwan, cyber attacks on the United States, economic coercion of our allies, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken told his Chinese counterparts in a highly unusual extended back and forth in front of the cameras. And speaking of China, Banajan, there is a huge deal that's tied to U.S. Defense Secretary's visit to India. China, military deals and security ties. These are all things that they're going to be discussing in the New Delhi-Washington relationship meeting that's going to be happening under the Joe Biden administration in India. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin arrived today in India. That is yesterday in India.
Yeah, there's a little bit of unfairness in terms of how America is trying to strong arm India into not favoring USSR, because they don't understand India is surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll talk about that sometime, Banajan, in detail, but almost we come to the close of an hour right now, Fatani. Any going away news headlines?
Well, if you're planning to travel to India, or if your family members are traveling in India, Banajan, one we would tell you is that domestic airfares are going up. The government has extended or hiked minimum domestic airfare by 5%.
That's chiller for people leaving from here. NRIs, people have lots of money.
Well, we don't know. People in India, maybe it could be a big deal. But yeah, the fare bans extended till the April end. And of course, Nepal becomes the third country to give an emergency nod to the vaccine from India, which is Covaxin. And that is now being used there. This is the vaccine that was developed by Bharat Biotech, Banajan. You can get more information on all of this on MediaMahima.com. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Bay. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Don't forget to tune in then. Till then, here's your last iteration of the Ganya Ka Kida, which is Manwa Pankh Lagake likes to fly.
Yeah, Banajan. Today, fly away. Yay! Woohoo!
Hi, this is Vidya Balan, and you're listening to Radio The Hotties, where the entertainment keeps getting hot.